The coelom body cavity. We need to begin the coelom, the last topic here in the series of Kingdom Animalia. Coelom, the series Kingdom Animalia, the last topic. Simply we say body cavity, coelom or body cavity. Focus here little bit complicated. That coelom or body cavity, we say. Okay. So then, for that, again, we need to learn some basics like zygote. Zygote divides into two cells and four cells, followed by the divisions like 8 cells, 16
Eight
cells.
cells.
Likewise, it will go on. That what we said, a stage will form. Who is that? Marula.
Marula.
Okay, so the marula will divide into the formation of a stage said to be blastula. Marula divides and form the blastula. Okay, so then this is the blastula stage. We said there is a cavity in the blastula. The cavity is called blastocele or primary body cavity. Blastocele or primary body cavity. Then after the cells of the blastula invaginated inside and the result the formation of gastrula. We discussed earlier that the formation of gastrula. So in the gastrula stage, what do you call the stage as? Gastrula. In the gastrula stage, the outer layer is ectoderm. The outer layer is ectoderm. And the inner layer is called endoderm. Inner layer, endoderm. So this is endoderm. Okay, in between them the cavity present. That as usual, we say that cavity as blastocele or primary body cavity. Means whatever the body cavity present in the blastula, that also you will find in case of gastrula. Blastocele or primary body cavity. So what do you say this opening? Blastopore. The opening is called blastopore. Opens into the future elementary canal. The future elementary canal is called Archenteron. Okay, so this is a story. We'll end actually, but for Siloma, I'm explaining this back again. The same story. Then here, in the triploblastic animals, there is one more layer need to be formed, isn't it, Anna? In the triploblastic animals, there is another layer required to form. Okay, so who is that layer? Mesoderm. So how the mesoderm is dividing and how it is spreading based on that. That means our topic Silom, for Silom topic that mesoderm movement, mesoderm, the division that is going to be make the four types of three types of body cavities here like acoelom, pseudocoelom, and eucoelom. Acoelom, pseudocoelom, and eucoelom. Okay, actually we may say four types, but true body cavity or eucoelom is having two types again. Eucoelom. That means two types of body cavity, sagittalum and enterocoelom. Let's take one after another. One after another. So I'm taking, first of all, I'm going with acoelom. What is acoelom? There is no body cavity. If there is no body cavity, we call acoelom. So listen carefully. This is a little bit complicated in the form of text sentences. So that's why please listen carefully here that I am going with outer layer first. What is the outer layer? Outer layer is called ectoderm. In the gastrula stage, outer layer is called ectoderm and inner layer is called endoderm.
Endod.
Outer layer is called ectoderm, inner layer is called endoderm. Okay. So then in this particular, so what is the next layer to be formed? The mesoderm. From this particular place, mesoderm is going to form. The mesoderm layer, that who is the mesoderm? The third layer is the mesoderm. So in this particular place, from here onwards, they are going to form. Okay, so be careful here. The mesodermal cells formed from here. Here means what is here? So that's why we need to write the address. At the rim or margin of blastopore. We know this is blastopore, isn't it? At the rim or margins of blastopore, at the rim or margins of blastopore, where ectoderm and endoderm are continuous each other at the rim or margin of blastopore, where ectoderm and endoderm are continuous each other, where ectoderm and endoderm are continuous each other. So from there, what is happening from there? Continuous each other. So these are the common lines for all of them. Okay, so then from here, so at the rim or margin of blastopore, where ectoderm and endoderm are continuous each other, what happens? Mesodermal cells are getting originated. Mesodermal cells originate. That means in the gastrula stage, we said outer layer is formed and inner layer is formed. Ectoderm is there and endoderm. Then now I am talking about how the mesoderm, from where the mesoderm is coming. So make it like that, a common line for all types of body cavities. At the rim or margin, this is the rim or margins of blastopore, where ectoderm and endoderm are continuous each other, contact each other from that place. What is happening from that place? Mesodermal cells are getting originated. So mesodermal cells are getting originated, and what they do, that makes our topic. Okay, so that for acelome, so I'm writing it first here, acelome. So let me go for that. What is the outer layer? Outer layer is ectoderm, and the inner layer, should use another color. Okay, inner layer. This is the endoderm. Outer ectoderm, inner endoderm. Next, mesoderm. The mesodermal cells originated from here. From here means, I said already, at the rim or margin of blastopore, where ectoderm and endoderm are continuous each other. Mesodermal cells are originated and divides rapidly. So what is this? Do you know this? Yes, you know this actually. That means we already said that cavity present between these two, ectoderm and endoderm, that is blastocele or primary body cavity. Okay, so this blastocele or primary body cavity, whatever present there, that is even closed by the mesodermal cells. Okay, so we call it as mesenchymal tissue. Mesenchymal tissue. So what happened here? That at the rim or margin of blastopore, where ectoderm and endoderm are continuous each other, mesodermal cells are originated. The mesodermal cells are originated, and then what happened? The blastocele or primary body cavity cells are divided rapidly, and they filled the total cavity. Which cavity? Blastocele or primary body cavity filled by mesenchymal tissue. So that's it. There is a cavity actually. That cavity now filled by mesenchymal tissue. Okay, so that mesenchymal tissue is getting filled over. Okay, so this mesenchymal tissue. So that's why what do you say? There is no body cavity. See, you can't say this as body cavity. People will confuse with this. Okay, so what is this actually? This is archenteron. That means future alimentary canal. It will become gut. Okay, so that what do you say this as mesenchymal tissue? Okay, so this particular mesenchymal tissue, okay, how it reflects in the adult, let me talk about. For that, I am taking that phylum Platyhelminthes. Acelomate example is phylum Platyhelminthes. So I am taking Fasciola hepatica, liver fluke, we use it to say, no matter, just the example I am talking about. So this is the gastrula stage, isn't it? This gastrula will become an adult. In the process of developmental embryonic stages, it will become adult. So this ectoderm will form the body wall, and this endoderm alimentary canal is getting formed over. I will draw the alimentary canal even. These people are having sac-like gut. What is sac-like gut? There is no, only mouth is present for platyhelminthes. There is no anus, you see, that is closed. So such kind of gut we say sac-like gut. So such kind of gut, alimentary canal or gut is called a sac-like gut. But our topic is here it is. So between the body wall and alimentary canal, There is no cavity. There is no cavity at all. It is completely filled by the tissue, mesenchymal tissue. So why? Why means we need to answer. Mesoderm divides rapidly and fills the total body cavity. Mesoderm divides the body cavity during gastrula stage, during embryonic stages. Mesoderm fills the total body cavity, divides rapidly and fills the total body cavity. So that what you call such kind of coelom as acoelom. Just see till the end, you will find, you will understand what is happening. It's a little bit confusing, I know, but just follow till the end. You will be adapted for this kind of terminology and language. Okay, I'm talking now about pseudocoelom. We'll discuss about the pseudocoelom. The second one is the pseudocoelom. Okay, so this particular pseudocoelom. For that, again the same. I have to use the same word, that is gastrula. The gastrula. Outer layer is called gastrula. Okay, so this is the outer layer of the gastrula is called ectoderm. So I'm going to draw the gastrula again. Outer layer of the gastrula, we know that is ectoderm. Inner layer. Who is inner layer? Inner layer is called endoderm. And the opening is called blastopore. Opens into archenteron. Okay, so what is this between the ectoderm and endoderm? That there is a cavity called as blastocele or primary body cavity. The blastocele or primary body cavity. Same again, the same story. At the rim or margin of blastopore, where ectoderm and endoderm are continuous each other, the mesodermal cells are getting originated from this place. The mesodermal cells are getting originated, and let us see what they do now. The mesodermal cells divide. That means in our topic, mesoderm is the hero. The mesodermal cells divide and moving towards ectoderm. They move towards ectoderm, isn't it? This is ectoderm. Okay, so mesoderm moving towards ectoderm. So see the earlier case. What happened in the earlier case? Mesoderm divides and filled the total cavity. But that here, this particular, in this pseudocoelom, that mesoderm went towards the ectoderm, leaving the cavity. This cavity is left over. So let us see the representation here. That phylum Nematoda. Example for this is the phylum Nematoda. I'm taking a roundworm for example. Ascaris lumbricoides, we say that roundworm. Okay, so this particular roundworm, which color we use? Okay, this is the mouth and opens into the gut or alimentary canal. Okay, so you have to imagine. Imagine that this is embryo and this is the adult. Okay, so why I said imagine, this embryo is not this much in size actually, that microscopic, very smaller. But for our understanding, if I draw like this, can you understand? No, that's why I draw a little bit bigger. Okay, so adult size as well, I draw. Okay, so now what happened to this mesoderm? The mesoderm went towards only ectoderm. So that's why this cavity, which cavity? Blastocele or primary body cavity. So whatever the cavity present here, that same cavity you'll find. That embryonic body cavity, blastocele remain in the adult embryonic body cavity. Who is that embryonic body cavity? Blastocele or primary body cavity remain in the adult. Hence we call pseudocoelom. Okay, false body cavity. So what I am saying here, embryonic blastocele or primary body cavity in the adult also. In the adult also you'll find. Okay, so earlier we made one more comparison. That is, I said over it begins with mouth, ends with anus. That opening is mouth, and that I think you people can't see this. Okay, so let me write. Let me write. So this is mouth, Alimentary canal begins with mouth. That is a separate topic actually, but you will find the differentiation easily immediately. In case of phylum Platyhelminthes, sac-like gut is there. In case of Nematoda, tube-like gut. That means two openings will find. Mouth is there and anus is also there. Both mouth and anus. Okay, coming to our topic. So what happened to that mesoderm? Mesoderm went only towards the ectoderm side. Mesoderm went only towards the ectoderm side. That's why the cavity the cavity, that embryonic blastocele or body cavity remain in the adult also. And remember, mesoderm is equal to muscles. Wherever the mesoderm present, because the whole body muscles organisms are formed from mesoderm. If mesoderm is not coming towards the endoderm, what we can say alimentary canal will be non-muscular. Non-muscular alimentary canal can be expected. We'll discuss applications in the coming chapter, but simply you people need to understand in this particular chapter what is happening. That means coelom chapter we are learning in the angle of mesoderm. Okay, so two cases we discussed. One, in the mesoderm divides rapidly and fill the total cavity. So that's a, what do you say, a coelom. And the second, mesoderm went only towards the ectoderm, and that's why the embryonic blastocele, embryonic body cavity, remain in the adult also. Remain in the adult also. That we are seeing now. Next, we'll go to the eucoelom. Eucoelom. What is eucoelom? First of all, we need to say what is eucoelom. So for that, let me say again the same gastrula. Okay, so the same gastrula. I'm using always this color, so that's why we use the same color. Okay, so then eucoelom or true coelom. We say eucoelom or true coelom. So whom we call eucoelom or true coelom? Then let's try to understand that. For that, I'll draw the gastrula first. This is the gastrula. What is the outer layer? Ectoderm. And what is the inner layer? Endoderm. In between them, the mesodermal cells. Okay. The same story. At the rim or margin of blastopore, where the ectoderm and endoderm are continuous each other. So where that mesodermal cells are going, where that mesodermal cells will go. So based on that, where the mesodermal cells will go. So based on that, see here, where they are going, they are not going anywhere. Just they are dividing. Okay, so this particular area, we have to take the transverse section to understand the Scheijocoelom. The first type of eucoelom, that is Scheijocoelom. In Scheijocoelom, I'm taking the transverse section to understand this much better. This is the outer layer, ectoderm. I'm cutting here. That is to understand much better. Okay, so then next here inside, that is endoderm. Okay, so then this mesoderm. Now I am drawing the mesoderm. The mesodermal cells. Okay, so mesodermal cells are going to divide rapidly. The mesodermal cells. Okay, so mesodermal cells are going to divide rapidly, and let me show you. So what happened? Mesodermal cells divides rapidly. So then their division, that I'll show that their division here, they divides rapidly like. Okay, so they divides rapidly. Then when they divides rapidly, they split. So splitting happened in the center. So talking about the splitting, they split. Okay, so that splitting happened in the center. So likewise, like that, they split over. I'll make it out. I'll make it out. We can't animate this. Okay, so then let me clear the page. Yeah. So mesodermal cells divides and they split like. So this is the word very important here. Splitting of mesoderm. Mesoderm divides. Mesoderm splits. Okay, just see the difference between the diagram. That first of all, we are taking the transverse section, and transverse section, mesodermal cells are drawn. Mesoderm that divides, and mesoderm splits. Okay, so in the splitting itself, in the splitting, we'll find another cavity, isn't it? What is that? Secondary body cavity. New body cavity is formed. What is the cavity? Secondary body cavity, because this is formed second time. Earlier formed cavity, what is that? Primary body cavity is there. That we are seeing the primary body cavity. From the beginning, we are observing the primary body cavity. Okay, so now there is another cavity is formed. What is that cavity? Secondary body cavity. So primary body cavity is there, and now secondary body cavity. What next? What next? The mesoderm split. Mesoderm develops like. Okay, so slowly what is happening to the secondary body cavity which is formed in the mesoderm? That is dividing, that is expanding, and finally that particular, finally what happens? Finally, this is the ectoderm, and this is the endoderm. Finally, mesoderm reaches towards the ectoderm side, and mesoderm reaches towards the endoderm side. Mesoderm towards the ectoderm side, and as well as mesoderm towards the endoderm side. Okay, so then from the beginning, we'll see the series of diagrams. Series of diagrams. Eucoelom, or that eucoelom or trucoelom is of two types. In that, number one, Scheijocoelom. Mesodermal cells divides. The mesodermal cells divides, and that particular mesodermal cell divides, split, splitting of mesoderm results in new cavity that we say secondary body cavity. It develops slowly. Primary body cavity is disappearing, isn't it? And who is expanding? Secondary body cavity. So finally, who occupied the place? Secondary body cavity. Do remember this. If secondary body cavity is present, that is called secondary body cavity is called true body cavity. Presence of secondary body cavity is called true body cavity. How do we recognize that is secondary body cavity? They like this. We'll find mesoderm on both sides. So mesoderm on ectoderm side, mesoderm on endoderm side. That means secondary body cavity in both directions lined by mesoderm. We have some technical names also. We have some technical names also. So I'll make you to let me draw this diagram little bit clear to understand that the names. Okay, so the names. So till the time that we are seeing the acoelom, then pseudocoelom, and now we came to the Scheijocoelom. Scheijocoelom. This is the ectoderm, and this is the endoderm. Now I am drawing. Just the protocol I am maintaining from the beginning. That mesoderm with red color I am using actually. So then this is the mesoderm. Okay, so to understand much better, I am drawing little bit. Yeah, this is blue color endoderm. Okay, so let us label it now. Let us label it. What is this? Ectoderm. Okay, so this is mesoderm. Which mesoderm? Parietal mesoderm. I am writing. Okay, ectoderm. Lining of mesoderm, which lines the ectoderm, is called parietal or somatic mesoderm. Parietal or somatic mesoderm. Okay. So then this one. What is this? Endoderm. Okay. So that lining of endoderm, visceral or splanchnic mesoderm. Visceral or splanchnic mesoderm. Okay. All right. Okay. Let me minimize. I'll reduce the size. Okay. Visceral or splanchnic mesoderm. Okay, so that's it. So this is two mesoderms we got now. Parietal mesoderm or somatic mesoderm, visceral mesoderm or splanchnic mesoderm. Okay, so between that body cavity present, what is that? Secondary body cavity. How does the secondary body cavity is formed? That we have the keyword to remember by the splitting of mesoderm. If secondary body cavity or true coelom or eucoelom is formed by the splitting of mesoderm, what do you say it as? Shagecoelom. Okay, what do you call it as? Shagecoelom. Then enterocoelom. Whom we call enterocoelom? Let me talk about that. Enterocoelom. As usual, I am taking ectoderm and endoderm, and here this is the mesoderm. So mesodermal pouches. So what do you call pouches from Archenteron, isn't it? You know this is Archenteron. Pouches from mesodermal pouches from Archenteron. If the mesodermal pouches are there from the Archenteron, what do you call it as? Enterocoelom. That means what happens? The same as usual. This is primary body cavity, and this is new body cavity formed in the mesoderm. What is that? Secondary body cavity. So that particular secondary body cavity, that what happens that mesodermal pouches will develop. Mesodermal pouches will develop, and the mesodermal pouches fuse on both sides. The mesodermal pouches fuse. One reaches to the ectoderm side and one reaches to the endoderm side. Slowly, secondary body cavity is developing and closing the primary body cavity. And finally, that will be like this. Secondary body cavity. Mesoderm went towards both ectoderm side and endoderm side. If it all happened by the splitting of mesoderm, we say shagecoelom. If it all happened by from the pouches of Archenteron, we say that as enterocoelom. Whatever it may be, output is same, isn't it? Output is same. So let us try to learn the definitions here from the beginning. We come from there. Acoelom. So acoelom. What is it? What we said in the acoelom? What cavity they have? Primary body cavity or secondary body cavity? There is no primary body cavity, no secondary body cavity. Neither primary body cavity nor secondary body cavity. Hence, we called it as acoelom. Example, phylum Platyhelminthes. Next, if only primary body cavity is present in the adult, only primary body cavity. That means embryonic body cavity in the adult also. What do you call such kind of true cavity? Can you say true cavity? No, that is false body cavity. So whom we call true body cavity? Secondary body cavity. Those who have the secondary body cavity, we say they are true body cavity. If the secondary body cavity formed by the splitting of mesoderm, we say shagecoelom. Secondary body cavity formed from the splitting of mesoderm, shagecoelom. If the secondary body cavity from the pouches of Archenteron, we call enterocoelom. We say enterocoelom. But what is common in these two? What is common in these two? Eucoelom is having secondary body cavity. So the primary information you need to remember that secondary body cavity is present, we say true coelom. If secondary body cavity is absent, primary body cavity is present, we call pseudocoelom. Okay, so then if there is no either neither primary body cavity nor secondary body cavity, what do you call? Acoelom. And in the secondary body cavity, formation difference is there. If it is by the splitting of mesoderm during embryonic development, shagecoelom. If it is from the pouches of Archenteron, enterocoelom. Okay. So examples, we'll go with examples here. Acoelom, we said phylum Platyhelminthes, and pseudocoelom, phylum Nematoda, and shagecoelom, Annelida, Arthropoda, mollusca. Annelida, Arthropoda, and mollusca. Okay, all they are having what type of body cavity? True body cavity. Which true body cavity? Shagecoelom. Okay, so then for enterocoelom, Enterocoelom, we need to go with enterocoelom is there in Echinodermata. Enterocoelom. Let me write first of all. This is enterocoelom from the pouches of Archenteron. Examples: Echinodermata, Hemichordata, and Chordata. Echinodermata, Hemichordata, and Chordata. Okay. So then the enterocoelom, Echinodermata, Hemichordata, Chordata. Example. Okay, if someone asks you that who that true coelom is present in, true coelom means both Shageocoelom and enterocoelom, both will come, isn't it? So that's why true coelom is present in all Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Hemichordata, Chordata. Shageocoelom in Shageocoelom in Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca. So that let me avoid the confusion. Most confusion will be here itself. Eucoelomate, whom we call eucoelomate, those are having secondary body cavity. So there are two types. What are they? Shageocoelom. If the eucoelom or true coelom are secondary body cavity formed by the splitting of mesoderm, we call that as Shageocoelom, and examples Annelida, Arthropoda, and Mollusca. Okay. So then, if it is the true body cavity formed from the pouches of Archenteron, we say enterocoelom, pouches of Archenteron. Then what are the examples here? The examples Echinodermata, Hemichordata, and Chordata. Echinodermata, Hemichordata, Chordata. So we can say simply here from Annelida to Chordata, true body cavity present. Annelida to Mollusca, Shageocoelom. Echinodermata to Chordata, enterocoelom. But both are called eucoelom or true coelom. That to be remembered. Okay. So let's go back to our kingdom Animalia chart there that we'll discuss. We have to see that particular chart. So kingdom Animalia chart. For that, I'll show you there. The final conclusion will make it there. Wait, I'm going. Yes, you got this. And let me show you. Yeah. So finally, we came to end of this particular area. So here we are actually. The protostomia, that division protostomia divided into three subdivisions. What are they? Acoelomata, pseudocoelomata, and Shageocoelomata. Acoelomata, pseudocoelomata, and Shageocoelomata. Finally, you have to remember these three lines only. Like neither primary body cavity nor secondary body cavity. What do you call? Acoelomata. No primary body cavity, no secondary body cavity. Example phylum Platyhelminthes. Then only primary body cavity present. What do you say? That phylum Nematoda. Only primary body cavity present. Phylum Nematoda. Then the true body cavity that is formed by the scattered mesodermal pouches or splitting of mesoderm. Why I am using this word here? That is in NCERT textbook. So that means scattered mesodermal pouches. Nothing but meaning will come the same. Splitting of mesoderm. That state textbook is given splitting of mesoderm. The same word in other angle they are given. That is scattered mesodermal pouches. That is Shageocoelomata. Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca. If the true body cavity or secondary body cavity formed from the pouches of Archenteron, that is enterocoelom, then example Echinodermata, Hemichordata, and Chordata. Okay, so this is the story of coelom. Ultimately, you have to remember is that neither primary body cavity nor secondary body cavity. There is no cavity at all, acoelomata. Only primary body cavity, pseudocoelomata. Then true body cavity, which is from the splitting of mesoderm or scattered mesodermal pouches. What do you say? That Shageocoelomata, eucoelom. Eucoelom include two, Shageocoelom and enterocoelom. Then secondary body cavity formed from the pouches of Archenteron, Enterocoelomata, Echinodermata, Hemichordata, Chordata. But Enterocoelomata subdivision it belongs to Deuterostomia, isn't it? Okay, so This is the total story of coelom, body cavity. Okay, that is the story of body cavity.